Hey guys, this week's video is actually going to be a little bit different. As you can see by the title, I am going to be talking about basically my weight loss journey. I know many of you have been asking, mainly on my YouTube shorts, about what I did to get where I'm at now, and I felt like in order to explain that, I would have to start from the beginning. I have my notes so that we don't get sidetracked. Trigger warning if there's going to be some talks about ED. And by the way, I'm not licensed or certified any sort of like fitness coach or nutritionist, dietitian, anything of that sort. This has just worked for me. This might not work for you. This might help, but this might not. Maybe contact your doctor. I'm just explaining what worked for me. I'm not telling you to do this. Just telling you what worked for me. Back in 2013, I was kind of like struggling a little bit with my weight. I wasn't in a sense chubby, but I felt like I was, and that kind of like activated a little bit of an ED. Once I kind of got help from the ED, I gained some weight. 2014, I started getting more into running because I was like, all right, I need to get myself together. I remember I started going to the park and I started running, but I've always hated running. Always. That was so unenjoyable for me. And I think the most I was able to do was probably like just a couple minutes of running, and then I'd walk. And I never got good at it. In 2014, I decided to join a gym. My dad had joined LA Fitness, and he told me about it, like, oh, you know, you're looking to join a gym. I'm like, bet. So I went to go join. At the time, I was 20 years old, and that year is actually when I first found out about Katie Hearn. If you don't know who that is, she was the CEO or whatever, founder of Alani Nu, and I think like Celsius bought it out or something like that, but she used to have these challenges. I know she kind of does, she still does, but back then she used to have these challenges where it was just her and her now husband. I found out about the challenges that they were doing. It was like 8-week challenges, and it was a money prize. From following her, I'm like, damn, she has a good body. That's goals. So I'm like, let me join this challenge, because even though I was in the gym, I didn't actually know what I was doing. I would see a lot of people in the free weight section, and I remember just thinking like, I want to go over there, but I don't know what to do. And I remember, you know, like when you join a gym, you have that one free trainer session, whatever, and I did it. And I remember I felt so weak, but it was mainly machines that we did. But I wanted to learn the free weight. So I remember I asked somebody that worked there that I know that was a trainer. I'm like, hey, what can I do for you guys to show me how to use that side? And they completely disregarded me. I was like, great. I was 20 years old and I just wanted to learn how to work out. And so this challenge helped me a lot because it taught me how to work out, how to obviously like lift weights properly, different types of workouts in regards to weightlifting, the muscle groups, and nutrition as well, because it also taught me how to track my macros. And honestly, doing these challenges is what helped me the most about like what's protein, what's carbs, what's fats, like what's fiber, like really being able to understand nutrition and fitness and the importance of cardio. And there's like a lot of details to it that challenge really helped me to be able to have the knowledge I have now. I did this weightlifting and all of this. I think I did like 3 or 4 challenges of hers. I didn't win any, but it still helped me a lot. And it was very fun because, you know, you would check in, I think it was like once a week, and they would adjust your macros depending on how your body is responding and stuff. But anyways, this is not about that. This is about me. But I did weightlifting and all of that for 5 to 6 years, tracking my macros and all of this. That's just basically all I did, and I was great. You know, I was having the grand old time of my life. I was feeling good. My routine was just going to the gym, doing cardio, doing the Stairmaster. I would always do 30 minutes. I was just living my best life. I would be there for 3 hours. I remember that my parents would always like joke around like, oh, do you have the key to close today? Or because I would take so long after work, they were like, are you closing today? But anyways, I thought that was funny. So 2020 hits, and I tried working out from home because the gyms were closing, and that is where it kind of all started going downhill. The gym for me was kind of like an escape. It was my me time. So when I figured I had to work out from home, I'm like, this is not the same. Like, it's the environment's not the same. It's kind of like you're dancing at home compared to dancing to like at a baile or at a club. It doesn't hit the same. I tried working out from home. I did what I could, but in all honesty, it was not the same. In July of 2020, I got married. That's where I basically stopped working out. I would go here and there, you know, 2020, 2021, 2022. It would just be like, it was very inconsistent. That's where I kind of learned that like I don't want to go. Like now I get like super lazy to go. I see my husband just chilling in the living room, and I'm like, I just want to chill with him. I don't really want to go. It just, I didn't feel like I had the drive to go anymore. So basically I kind of stopped. I also started gaining weight. I remember I went to go to the doctor about my period on that, and that's where also I found out I had PCOS. So that also like has to do with the fact that I gained weight rapidly too. But I'm taking ownership. I was not eating good. I was eating really bad. I was drinking a lot and not working out. Come on now. Come on. It was bound to happen. I was eating good, drinking a lot for 4 years. In 2024, that's when I started my sobriety and fitness journey. So the reason I decided in late 2024 to start my sobriety is because I was tired of the way I was looking. I did not like what I would look in the mirror. I was tired of just not having the confidence I used to have. I was tired of being tired because I would get tired easily from going up and down the stairs. The caution we would go to, I would get tired of standing because my knees would hurt from standing so long. I'm like, dude, like this is not normal. Come on now. That's when I was like, you know what? Like I've been trying all these like, you know, quick things, because I remember I did another challenge in 2022. I lost some weight, but then I went back. So it was like I went intense for a couple weeks. I think I lost 10 pounds. Then as soon as that challenge was over, I went back to my habits and I gained even more. So when I got married, I weighed 145. Late 2024, I was at 180. But that's when I was like, enough is enough. This is like obviously not doing anything good for me. I really admire and follow Jaclyn Hill. If you don't know who Jaclyn Hill is, search her up. Her transformation is so inspiring. But when she talked about her sobriety, I'm like, oh my God, like she's so right. Alcohol does nothing good for you. And so I decided to stop drinking during the holidays, like right where Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's was gonna start. Because I'm like, if I could get through this, then I could get through any other day without drinking. I stopped drinking, and I remember the holidays came in, and it really was a struggle for me because my family, I mean, we're Mexican. We're always like, oh, let's take a shot for this, let's take a shot for that. So I would always pop up with Olippops, Poppies, or Red Bulls, something bubbly to kind of like satisfy that craving a little bit, which honestly, like that helped so much. But I ended up being sober for, I think it was like 4 months. But okay, so that was November that I started being sober. November, December, I decided to take things slow for me because obviously I was having a hard time of making things a habit that I can stick with. So I'm like, I'm gonna do things slow, and I'm just gonna let myself adjust to these habits so it can become a long time habit. As far as like the food area, I was pretty good. I would make pozole, carne en su jugo, pasta, like spaghetti, burgers, and it's just all making it healthy. And I learned that many times you don't have to go the extreme route of making it extremely healthy. Sometimes just making it slight changes, it's already a long way, because at the end of the day, you're not doing it the unhealthy. You know, it's like these small changes will go a long way. And then I also started walking. I'm gonna be walking 20 minutes every single day during my lunch break, and that's non-negotiable. Just 20 minutes, I'm just gonna walk. That's all it is. So whenever I would eat, I should mention, I would listen to my body a lot. So I would always have this habit of eating super fast and then be like, oh man, I'm so full. So I started eating slower so that I can listen to my body to when it's full. That was very crucial for me when it came to like eating out, because I also wanted to find a balance. So like, say if the weekend came around, if we wanted pizza, I wanted to be able to enjoy it. It's like, okay, we're gonna go get pizza, and I would always just think, enjoy the food, stop eating when you're full. This is not the last time that you're gonna have pizza, because diets were sometimes like, you know, cause me to binge eat. I would always force myself, don't binge eat. This is not the last time that you're gonna have pizza. Just enjoy it, and when you're full, it's fine. You can stop eating. Maybe March, that is when I started to run, and I was like, okay. And honestly, like my walking, I would like increase it, like, okay, let me do 30 minutes. And once I started noticing, like, okay, this is become second nature for me, I'm gonna start running. So I would just do 1 mile runs. I started to make that a routine, slowly, you know, just adding 2 miles. I would rarely ever do 3 miles. My max was always 2 miles, and then plus walking. Also important to mention, I learned how important it was for me to have fun drinks in the fridge, or just kind of like having teas, having green juices, Olipops, or coffee, you know, or healthy energy drink. Like that was so important to me for the drinking portion. For the eating portions, I noticed like I was getting a sweet tooth. I used to not have a sweet tooth. I still kind of don't, but I learned like having fun snacks also helped when it came to my diet. I would make a parfait every single day with fruits, get that fiber in. It was with vanilla Greek yogurt, and you just get basically your favorite chocolate. Just get like maybe like 2 pieces, chop them up and throw them in there, and satisfies the craving. I also have this bad habit of loving chips. I love chips. I'm not saying I don't have chips anymore. I still occasionally do. It's balanced. But whenever I have a sandwich, instead of having chips, I'll have popcorn. Sometimes I'll add Valentina on it. It's all in the vibes. Tea is always the first thing I have every morning and the last thing I have at night. Everything that I drink has like a benefit for my body that my body needs. In October of 2024, that's when I was like, you know what? I just don't want to do this anymore. It's like, I've learned that like, I don't like the feeling anymore. There's no benefit to it. It's like, what's the point of me drinking this? If I want something bubbly, I'd rather have like a Topo Chico or something. So October is when I decided to be sober again, and I've been sober since. It's March now, and I think it's like been 4 or 5 months. Honestly, I've been feeling really good, and basically what my routine looks like now, I walk 10,000 steps every single day. That's another thing. I really struggled with walking 10,000 steps. Like the most I could do is 5,000. So for Lent, I decided that I was going to do 10,000 steps every single day, lift weights 4 to 5 times a week, which I've been doing. I have my own gym, so it is a little bit easier for me to do that, and I decided to have my own gym for that reason. I also, for 2025, I have made it a goal for myself to go to one workout class every Saturday, like at least once a month. It started off with just once a month on a Saturday, but then I started noticing like I think it'll be more beneficial for me if I go every single Saturday. So because I noticed like on Saturdays I want to work out. That was something that was really hard for me to get out of bed and work out. So to make it more fun for me, every single month I decided to try a different type of workout like category. Like January I did Pilates, February I did hot yoga, this month I'm doing bar. But every Saturday I go to a different location class. I do use a class pass to be able to do that. It has made things so fun for me because I look forward to my Saturday classes, and I feel like it's also been helpful to change things up for myself. And I never thought I could get to a point where I could genuinely love working out again, because I've been struggling for years to get back to that. It honestly feels so good to be at a point where I feel good physically. I look forward to my workouts. I'm obviously like still get tired. There are days where I'm like, I don't really feel like working out, but that's normal. That is when you push through. Or if you notice like you've been pushing yourself hard, it's like it's okay to also listen to your body and take a rest day. And that's also important with the journey. It's like there's gonna be days you don't want to do anything, and say you give in and you don't do anything that day. What's important is how you come back the next day and you get back on your feet, rather than be like, damn, I didn't work out for like 2 days, I totally slacked, I've been eating bad, damn, like that sucked, I really wanted to be consistent with this. It's like, well, you still can. that was just 2 days. Just get back into it. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, but that's the mindset that's important. It was very important to me to make this into a lifestyle and not temporary. That's why I took myself a while. It took me a year to lose 35 pounds. I'm now 40 pounds down, but the reason it took me so long is because I wanted this to be a forever thing, not a quick fix. I'm at a place where it's like, yeah, I enjoy food, but I also enjoy being healthy. This is all a journey. You have to be able to accept that it's not always gonna be perfect. I'm glad that I got to be here where I am now, and hopefully this inspires someone to be able to start their fitness journey or health journey, because this is something that I never thought I could get to. When I was 180 pounds, I really did not feel like myself, because myself, who I am, is who I am now. It was a hard journey, but it was definitely worth it. Patience is huge. I know like there's so many people that they'll show like, oh, my 3-month transformation, and it could be pretty discouraging or motivating, whatever it is. But I always like, you know, it's always important to remember that everyone's journey is different, and you figure out what works for you, and that's the important thing of it. This is what I had to do for myself to get to where I'm at today. Some people, all they need is just an 8-week challenge to be able to get back on their feet. I tried it didn't work for me. I had to do it this way, and I'm so glad that I listened to my gut and I stuck to it, because I'm so much happier now, and I'm just really loving my lifestyle right now. So I hopefully this helps somebody out. I know a lot of people were asking for this video, and also I appreciate everybody that asked for this video and that were asking for, you know, how I did things. I've been meaning to do this, and I'm sorry it took so long for me to record this, but hopefully you enjoyed this video. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Like I said, I am not a certified or licensed coach or nutrition dietitian or anything. This is just what worked for me, and I just wanted to share in case it might help somebody or inspire somebody. Thanks for watching.